Lençóis Maranhenses is one of the most extraordinary landscapes on Earth, yet at first glance, it looks deceptively simple. Endless Lebed dunes stretch to the horizon, forming what appears to be a vast desert. But the moment visitors arrive, something feels different. People often stop, look around in disbelief, and whisper, "Wow!" because this place doesn't behave like a desert at all. Despite its dry, sandy appearance, Lençóis Maranhenses receives more rainfall each year than cities like London or even parts of Scotland, around 1,600 millimeters annually. That's an astonishing amount of rain for a place that looks so arid. And this contradiction is what makes it so fascinating. It is not truly a desert, but it is not a typical wetland either. It exists somewhere in between, something rare, something unique. Located along the northeastern coast of Brazil, this national park sits at the meeting point of three different ecosystems. This rare overlap creates a powerful effect, boosting biodiversity and allowing life to thrive in unexpected ways. Stretching across roughly 350 square miles, Lençóis Maranhenses is the largest dune field in South America. But these dunes are far from static. They are constantly on the move. Each year, driven by strong winds, entire dunes can shift by up to 80 feet. This means the landscape is never truly the same. No map can fully capture it, no photograph can freeze it in time, because Lençóis Maranhenses is always changing. During the rainy season, something almost magical happens. Rainwater begins to collect in the valleys between the LRML dunes. Slowly, thousands of crystal-clear lagoons appear, scattered across the landscape like mirrors reflecting the sky. Some of these lagoons are shallow, while others are deep enough to swim in. For a few months each year, the place transforms completely. From a sea of sand into a surreal world of water and light. But this raises an obvious question. If this area is made entirely of sand, why doesn't the water simply disappear into the ground? The answer lies hidden beneath the surface. Underneath the dunes, there is a layer of impermeable rock. This natural barrier prevents the rainwater from draining away. Instead, it traps the water between the dunes, allowing lagoons to form. It works almost like a giant natural bathtub. As rain falls, the water level rises and fills the MNKHFD areas. Then, when the dry season arrives, the water slowly evaporates and the lagoons begin to shrink. Eventually, they seem to vanish completely. But in reality, the water never fully disappears. It remains hidden beneath the sand, waiting for the next cycle of rain to begin again. Even more fascinating is the fact that these lagoons are never permanent. A lagoon that exists in one spot this year may not exist there the next, because the dunes themselves are constantly moving. Over time, shifting LLRML can bury existing lagoons, while new ones form elsewhere. It is a continuous process of destruction and renewal, a landscape that rebuilds itself again and again. This constant motion is driven largely by wind. Strong, steady winds blow from the ocean toward the land, carrying fine grains of sand with them. These grains are incredibly small and loose, so light that they can move almost like fluid. In some places, sand flows down the slopes of dunes like water pouring down a hill. Over time, this movement reshapes the entire terrain. And because the wind rarely changes direction, it creates long, sweeping dune ridges that stretch across the landscape. But for the people who live nearby, this ever-changing environment is both beautiful and challenging. In local communities, navigation is not based on maps, because maps quickly become outdated. Instead, people rely on the wind, the shape of the dunes, and their deep familiarity with the land. Even then, it's easy to get lost. Tracks left by vehicles can disappear within hours, erased by the wind. Entire dunes can flatten out in the morning, and take on completely new shapes by the afternoon. This is why Lençóis Maranhenses is sometimes called the breathing desert, because it never stays still. It expands, shifts, reshapes, and renews itself every single year. Yet despite its harsh and constantly changing conditions, life has found remarkable ways to survive here. Some species exist nowhere else on Earth. One of them is the Peninga turtle, a rare endemic species that depends entirely on this unique environment. During the dry season, when water disappears, these turtles burrow beneath the sand. There, they slow down their metabolism and wait, sometimes for months, until the rains return. Fish here have evolved an even more extraordinary strategy. Their entire life cycle lasts less than a year. Before the lagoons dry up, they lay eggs that can survive extreme dryness. These eggs remain dormant in the sand, sometimes for months. Then when the rains return, they hatch almost instantly, and life begins again. It is a cycle of disappearance and rebirth. Again and again, this makes Lençóis Maranhenses more than just a beautiful destination. It is a natural laboratory, a place where scientists study how life adapts to extreme and unpredictable conditions. And in a world facing climate change, understanding these survival strategies could become increasingly important. But while nature adapts, human life here is not always so flexible. Communities living near the dunes face a constant threat because the dunes are slowly moving closer. Year by year, sand advances, sometimes covering entire areas. Houses that once stood safely can eventually be buried. Families may be forced to relocate, not because of storms or floods, but because the land itself is shifting beneath them. During the dry season, when lagoons shrink, local people often step in to help preserve life. Fish from drying pools are carefully moved into larger, more stable lagoons, giving them a chance to survive longer. Without this effort, many would not make it through the harsh conditions. And yet, despite all these extremes, heat and water, movement and stillness, life and disappearance, Lençóis Maranhenses leaves a deep emotional impact on those who experience it. There's something about this place that goes beyond science, beyond geography. White dunes glowing under the sun, clear lagoons reflecting the sky, delicate plants swaying beneath the water, and dragonflies gliding silently across the surface. It is a place where many people feel something rare, a sense of calm, a sense of wonder. Some even say, for the first time in a long time, they feel like they can truly breathe.